Dr. Kronenberg holds a Bachelor of Arts in Education and has just recently completed his PhD in Occupational Therapy. He is the co-founder and director of Black Works, is a guest lecturer mostly for his book Occupational Therapy Without Borders, and serves as the chairman of the board for Grandmothers Against Poverty and AIDS, also known as GAPA. Dr. Kronenberg first studied education and taught physical education and history in a secondary school. On a trip to New York, Dr. Kronenberg was introduced to occupational therapy and the concept of humans and the nature of occupation. He then studied occupational therapy at Zug University and most recently received a PhD in occupational therapy and occupational science at the University of Cape Town. Although Dr. Kronenberg holds a degree in occupational therapy, he believes that the perspective that occupational science offers us allows us to better perform as occupational therapists. His research is highly based in occupational science theories, mostly focusing on occupational justice and humanity. He finds that the most important lessons that come from occupational science are that we are each unique occupational beings.
Dr. Kronenberg has researched the concept of occupational apartheid, which is the idea that different individuals, groups, and communities can be deprived of meaningful and purposeful activity through segregation due to social, political, economical factors, and for social status reasons. This concept is discussed in his book, Occupational Therapy Without Borders. He is currently working on research in the knowledge of being and its effect on health through occupational therapy. Dr. Kronenberg has published the books Occupational Therapy Without Borders, A Political Practice of Occupational Therapy, and written multiple journal articles regarding these topics. He has also recently published an article titled A Radical Repositioning of Occupational Therapy's Ontological and Epistemological Foundations. He has also co-founded Shades of Black Works and its branch Ubuntuism that provides resources for South Africans. He is also the chairman of the Board for Grandmothers Against Poverty and AIDS, or GAPA.
Dr. Kronenberg is now focused on the study of what it means to be human in the context of occupation and what this means for health. A radical repositioning of occupational therapy's ontological and epistemological foundations is the first of his published research in this specific area. Dr. Kronenberg's wife and 2 daughters are a large part of his life and contribute deeply to his occupational balance. While Dr. Kronenberg often travels for work, he makes his time at home worthwhile by focusing on his family. He is also involved in many community organizations such as GAPA and Shades of Black Works. These allow him to have a productive work life outside of the home and contribute meaningfully to his community in South Africa.
Dr. Kronenberg says that he does not identify as an occupational therapist or as an occupational scientist, but that the most important thing is to recognize yourself as an occupational being, and to go wherever that identity may lead you. Dr. Kronenberg believes that occupational science allows us to qualify and advance all of the work that we do with our clients as occupational therapists. Without occupational science to aid our understanding of humans as occupational beings, we would lack the research that betters the foundational framework behind occupational therapy. He also believes that understanding human beings requires many perspectives, and thus can only be advanced through the additional knowledge that occupational science provides.
Ubuntuism is a result of Dr. Kronenberg's work with Shades of Black Works. It allows tourists in South Africa to share experiences with the native people of the area. It is founded on the notion of I am, you are, because we are. People are brought together through their occupational commonalities, such as soccer.
A friendly soccer match was played between the local TK Lions and the Irish Killister United Football Club to kick off the celebrations.
They sort of felt it was also an important sort of situation, I would say, idea for them to come, basically, not only touring the community, but also engaging, basically, in one of the, I would say, facilities that basically these people of the community are facing daily.
Although the score was 2-1 in favour of the Irish, the local team didn't mind. A good time was had by all.
I think it's absolutely wonderful to see the people of the community so happy, the children so joyful, playing around, giving them a jersey. Some entertainment on the football pitch was excellent today.
I feel very, very pleased because they show something that we learned. So from now onwards, they will learn something from the tourists also, from the touring team.
Occupations are what brings cultures together. It is a commonality through which we can create a bridge. I'm not an occupational therapist or an occupational scientist. I'm a learning, growing, and occupational being.
There are more than 7 billion of us, but not a single human being out there is the same as you. We are all occupationally unique.